we've been asking our guests to give a small, short piece of advice to either themselves 10 years ago or up and coming producers that you wish you heard.
Okay. Find a mentor.
Love that.
Yeah.
Who was that person for you? I know you mentioned it a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
It was Yeti, but it didn't really work like a mentorship. Like I didn't realize I got mentored.
Right.
And I don't know if he was like, I'm your mentor. He never said that, but I worked for him.
Right.
So there was mentorship going on, but like, yeah, like always be trying to find and work with somebody has a vaster wealth of knowledge than you, and be humble about things when they teach their way. You don't have to follow their exact guidance to the book, but like it's such a nuanced business and a nuanced like form of creativity, and people that have habits and like have found lanes that work. There's a reason why. Yes. And so, and I just think in general, like this industry lacks a lot of mentorship. And so that's definitely something like I'm trying to implement. I was about to say, like, to the more established producers who might be listening, I think that's on us. It truly is. To do that as well. Like I had, same kind of situation. My buddy, do you know DJ Kiri Kiedis, Daylight, the producer? He's a producer, songwriter. Like he kind of was that for me, like without realizing it. It was like I was working with him and he was just like always like teaching me things. And that's what I try and do now when I work with like younger producers. I'll be like, hey, have you seen this technique? And they'll be like, no, like what's that? And like things like it's on us to share the knowledge. And to be quite honest, it's a big reason why I'm doing this podcast, because I want to like be open and share the knowledge with everyone. Well, yeah, and you're doing good work. And I think part of the reason why it's hard is because producers, we have a hard time letting go of things that like delegation and things like that, because we're obsessive, but I think if I could give advice to young producers trying to do it, it's like find a mentor somehow, or just like ask if you can pull up on a session, or ask if you can help out. Like I started as an unpaid intern, you know, and it turned into a whole career. And I think, once you get a bit of that like knowledge and guidance underneath you, like as your foundation, then you can start like adding your juice and your sauce to the pot and really kind of take off on your own. You don't always have to be under your mentor, Yes. It's a leap to take out, but that's what I would say. Dude, I absolutely love that advice.